back inside Core 4 for the Grassroots United. Joe Hillsman, Barry Browner, Mario Mays, and now we're joined by Abe Millsap. And Abe, thanks for taking a few moments as we come back from lunch with us here inside Core 4. And before we start, it's all about getting better. But, I mean, y'all had some good little backyard, scrums, fights, something back there, man. I mean, just how did that lead from the backyard to into this now for other youth around Georgia and Atlanta area?
Man, just really, instill that competitive nature in our DNA. Always competing. I remember a lot of times, going from the backyard to the emergency room. Cuts, bruises, broken bones. Taking that competitive nature and bringing it to the basketball court and also life. Not mattering who. Is on the court, like we're gonna go hard. Don't matter, who's in front of us. My uncle used to tell us, if your grandmother's out there and you're playing against her, she better watch out. So that's kind of much the logistics of that.
Well, tell us, when you guys came up with this concept here in the city, what was the thought process for how you guys wanted to lay this out for the youth?
Man, just educating the youth, giving them resources that we didn't have early on, how to be a professional, things that most of these kids don't get a chance to be educated on until they get to college or a professional level. Just trying to give them a one-stop shop where they can learn things like nutrition or how to take better care of your body and how to train and create better pro habits and things like that early on. If we can give them an environment which they can get it underneath one roof, then I feel like that's what our youth needs, and especially here in Atlanta.
I think just looking at the facility and having this event, how big is this for you guys?
Man, really huge for us. Gives us the opportunity to work and see other kids out here in Atlanta, that we don't see every day. Also gives us a chance to, bring kids in here and give them a good look at what we plan on doing, not only for Core 4, but for the community, just so they can kind of get an idea of what to expect. And just as far as that's pretty much it.
Well, I say this now. I know a lot of guys, they train from the sideline. But watching you, I see you out there getting all the way in it. And you had a little bop to your step too, so tell us about your playing days and how you came into this game.
So man, I'm a strong believer that everyone has their own path. I was fortunate to play college high-level basketball and then go on to play some NBA summer league stuff. I went to China for a little bit, played in Mexico for a little bit, but I always was one of those guys that had a lot going on at one time, and unfortunately, I ruptured my Achilles tendon. Just always was something going on. So I got into training probably when I was at Tennessee State my junior year. I would always, take some of the guys, and they would always, after practice, stay with me and we'll work out. And I always had that natural leadership, mentality. So one day I woke up and I had to make a decision. I said, okay, basketball is fun, but is my goal and purpose on this life to give guys more of things that I didn't have, which is ability to cope with all different types of adversity. I was one of those guys that would make excuses for things, and they're not passing me the ball, or the coach doesn't like me. And if I can, from a trainer aspect, get to these kids and prepare them mentally just as much as as a skill standpoint, to the point where they don't, no matter who's passing the ball or not, you're able to still get yours. Or if the coach doesn't like you or not, you control your own destiny. Or if the referee is not in your favor, you still have to be a professional. If I can train these guys on not only how to be a good professional basketball player, but a good person, good character traits, I feel like that's my purpose in life, and that's what I strive to do.
That's a good deal. Just some of the talent you've seen. This is the top talent in the state of Georgia. What are you getting from some of these guys?
Say it again. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
this is some of the top talent in the state of Georgia. So as you see these guys, you've been working out with them. What are you seeing? What's impressing you about some of these guys?
Man, I think just the raw talent. You know what I mean? Just the, you know, just some of the size, some of the things that these guys are able to do just naturally. You know, it's kind of scary in a sense. But you know, overall, like, it just gives me a you know, more of an insight of what's going on right in our backyard here in Georgia. And it's good to see that. I travel a lot, man. So I just came back from LA. I'm headed to Miami tonight. So I travel a lot, see a lot of kids. But just to see this here in our own community, this is amazing.
Abe Millsap of Core 4. They finna go up and down a little bit. This is a controlled scrimmage portion, man. Thank you very much for taking some time with us today, man.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank y'all for what you're doing for the community, man.
I appreciate that as well, man. Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks, Abe.
one more question.
Thanks for having me.
Who's the best Millsap?
Man, you know what? It's tough. You know, we all got our different styles and games, and like I said, in the backyard battles, you know, believe it or not, I wasn't the one going to the emergency room all the time, but I was youngest.
All right.
Good deal, man.
All right,
Good deal.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys,
All right,
man. You guys take care.
Appreciate it, Abe.
All right.
Abe Millsap with us, as now we are in the controlled scrimmage portion of the Grassroots United. Joel Hilsman, Mario Mays, Barry Browner, 3/4 of the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV. Allie, there's your hoop.
Ashton Hagen still continuing to conduct. That's an odd couple right there.
Yeah, man. Norcross and Newton.
Issa Muhammad with the finish.
So they'll run it back again. Eastman, it is controlled. We'll let him run, but when he stops it, he stops it. Hallman to Brendan Tucker. Tucker, one way and the other. Now peels it back out and we'll work on it. Lazy pass was deflected, and they get knocked off the court. And you will see a lot of jersey flipping over the next
See a lot of jersey flipping, bro.
hour.
I like the control scrimmage situation because it gives you the opportunity also to teach.
Right.
Great teaching moments in control scrimmage.
And it's competitive.
Yeah.
It's competitive right now.
So here's Hagen's, his group still on the floor. Yair Eastman, look at that matchup. You saw that one, didn't you, Bear?
Yeah. Saw a little bit of that.
And this is a 5-on-4 drill, I think.
Yes.
So you got to rotate and talk in a 5-on-4 defensive drill. Add it, I think when they add a man.
Yeah,
you add a man on the transition.
Yes.
Fellas, I'll tell you a player I'm keeping an eye on here in this drill and just beyond, Malachi Rhodes. Obviously a player to watch there for Eagles Landing Christian. They'll get a lot of opportunities to play up against the higher classifications up through the state. So being able to see him mix it up on the court against Anissa Muhammad, against Babatunde Akinbola, some of these players from higher classifications should be fun to watch.
Okoro caught with the jersey, incorrectly done. AOT out there now, up against Game Elite. Baseline drive. Good hands from Boston. Long arms.
Great split by Eastman. Tough finish.
Easy leak out for Cooper.
Coro to Cooper saw a lot of that combination this season, and given the youth of that squad and that core, plenty more of it to see.
And now they add their fifth. It's going to be Charles Smith the fourth. So AOT right now in this current session, they are in the white. Atlanta Celtics now, they are in the gray. Rico Hallman, the head coach of the Atlanta Celtics. In the corner, Boston fake and went baseline. Skip to the corner. Cooper, step back. It is off. Okoro hitting the offensive glass. Good strength. Up and in.
And that's strength on strength right there, fellas. Ian Hardy, no slouch in the strength department either.
So if you don't get a stop, you stay at the half and continue to play defense. That's old school style.
Yeah, make it take it.
Barry, you mentioned earlier the young guard.
Backdoor.
You mentioned Robertson of Cambridge earlier, Barry. He's out there on the floor as well. Actually, he was going to be subbed out for now. But.
Here comes this other game elite squad. Hagen's group.
Hagens, Muhammad. In the corner. And you're just playing it live, of course. You will play through some contact. Cora had that and didn't take it.
What's interesting is that there's a lot of size on the floor at one time. Long guys, like I said, with so many long guys, fellas, the lane looks smaller. Nice shot, Charles Smith.
I was going to bring it up just now, but didn't want to. They're on an NBA floor. He found the NBA line and stepped back and hit that. 23-9 from the top.
So Barry, you're recognizing the length on the floor. I tell you what happens though when you got that much length on the floor. The driving lanes, they close up very quick, extremely quick.
So guards like Cooper, Hagens, Robertson, it's difficult for those guys to get to the basket with so much size.
Right. So now ball movement is at a premium when you got a situation set up like this. Oh, man.
Hagens just split him again. Offensive rebound could not be put back. Muhammad, who was working on the jumper very well in the drill, didn't pull it out.
Nice look.
Here comes Game Elite Joey. So we got a little Game Elite right here. Only 4 teams just on the rotation. Start at 5-on-4. And the 5th man joins once you get the stop. Now, isn't that a drill when you know you only have 4 defenders, you want to move that ball and hit that open man quickly?
Yeah, but the goal for the defense is you better be screaming and rotating and talking and everything you can.
On a string. Baseline move, out of control though. Nice.
Good finish. Jalen McQuarrie with the finish.
Kennesaw Mountain. Atlanta Celtics now.
Marcus brought up Jamal Robinson. He's back on the floor with Holman,
Tucker.
Great ball movement right there. Wide open three from the corner.
Here Robinson now going to set it up. He carried Cambridge as far as he could this season. Elbow. Hallman. Mario make an excellent point about the controlled scrimmage. You can stop it however you want. It's yours.
Oh, yeah.
Teaching moments at any point. Luka Jasic was also, he's still out there.
Great teaching moment right here.
GICAA school he attends. Fruit Thrive Prep.
Point that teaching moment out, Mario. Why do you feel like it's such a good teaching moment at this point?
Because I think that, you know, we got so many guys who will settle for a long jump shot, and then you see the ball bouncing a whole lot in the half court. Half court set, the best way to get a good shot in the half court set is ball movement, okay? And once that ball moves, a couple things gotta happen. On this movement of the ball, you should be moving, you should be stepping in the spots where you can comfortable and be ready to attack the basket. Just, you know, it's just no good to settle for long shots But I think that's the problem with a lot of young kids. They're selling for a lot of long shots. Hey, everybody's not Steph Curry, man.
What's interesting is I'm watching this group on the floor
Yes.
with Core, and I thought I was going to see a little pick and roll, a high pick and roll, a pick and pop. Haven't really seen it. Rico Holman does a good job in not allowing the Core to get to his spot, though.
And you see this is a long possession.
But the good thing about this being a long possession, they got a pretty decent shot. It wasn't a 30-footer.
Yeah, Gordon, 17-footer.
Sometimes you can live with that right there, opposed to, and watch this though, guys. Most of when people talk about grassroots basketball, they talk about just running up down the floor. These kids are running sets. He got some great sets right here, and these kids are grinding these sets down to try to get some decent shots.
It's like what we was talking about during the drill portion, the drill setting up to the set.
And this is a great matchup right here.
Yeah.
Look at Hagan as a bulldog on defense.
Right up on Okoro.
And we talked about that earlier, guys getting up under guys right now.
There's no out of bounds play through it. It's the backyard. You know, it got to go out. You got to break the window. Nice. As far as boundaries are concerned. Now Okoro comes back, goes on that screen. Higgins. Good job by Suggs who rotated. Oh, Higgins, a beautiful find.
Some of the same thing we've been seeing all year long with Ashton Hagan.
Exactly.
He does so much stuff well, but one of the small things I like about him is his usage of the spin move, and he sets up the spin move greatly. How many times do you see a guy with either a predetermined spin or a little bit out of control? When Ashton Hagan sets that spin move up, bruh, it's a bucket or 2 free throws coming.
But the catch is, like you said, Marcus, the setup. He don't spin just to spin. It's like as soon as he feels that contact, bam, he goes right into it, and he can set himself up to set somebody else up.
Special shout out to one of my high school teammates, Darion Alcox. We used to call him spin move. He spin move on a free throw if the ref would let him.
You've been seeing this in Eastman's game. Look at him, just was savvy with it, surveyed the floor, didn't force nothing. Nothing was there, and then brought it back out.
You mentioned Eastman, obviously played alongside a McDonald's All-American. Mario, as a guy familiar with coaching both of those players, what role do you feel like Eastman was able to play in helping make sure EJ was a burger boy this year?
Well, at the end of the day, you know, Roscoe understands offense, and he understood that offense. And it's just like a quarterback hooking up with their favorite receiver. And that's what you've seen a lot with Roscoe and EJ. Roscoe knew the ins and outs, and he knew when and where the ball needed to be put for EJ to finish, and I think that's why EJ had such a successful run, because the IQ of Roscoe Eastman.
Brendan Tucker took a shot to the face there, playing through it. It's kind of the name of the game here today.
Yeah, no whistle. The only whistle is just going to be to change the drill.
Yes, sir.
Jackson couldn't get it to finish. And then the competitive juices, you don't want to get knocked off the drill every time, wanting back to back to back.
I'm just, like I said, y'all, I'm just looking at the floor, man. We're at the NBA court, y'all, and the floor looks small because there's so many big bodies.
I'm just so used to the floor being 95 feet anyway. Nice move, Brandon Boston.
Hey, did you
Seen that before.
On that move by Brandon Boston, did you see once he looked like he was going to the basket, worried about those hands, he cuffed it, and then
Running
laid it
back
up.
style.
And you're starting to enjoy that transformation on seeing Brandon Boston. Really, I won't even call it transformation. Really, just his development, being such a young, talented player. Has always been able to shoot, long, wiry, athletic, but you're seeing him use more and more girth and make stronger moves as his season has went on and carrying it into this offseason.
Oh, Akibola with a post switched on Isa Muhammad and still showed the energy as though it was a playoff game. Akinbola.
Hey, these guys are here to get better, but you say as if it was a playoff game. You think Akinbola has forgotten about a couple weeks ago?
No, he has not.
Hey, I think that's what he was telling.
I mean, hey, that's what competitors are supposed to do. You know, you keep it moving, but at the same time, hey, I haven't forgotten.
And you got to play through the foul. See, as Coop, them they retain the possession. Charles Smith, the fourth, below the free throw line with a little floater.
Though he had some Georgia roots, you really get the feeling like Charles Smith, he's been down here long enough after coming in from Lalu to, I think, be able to get his feet a little bit more comfortable up under him. You know, he had, those last few regular season games, the playoff stint, now getting better in the offseason here.
And I think the transformation, Lalu has some good basketball, but I think also the transformation of coming back down here where the game is, we play a different brand of basketball in the state of Georgia. And you can see it. You see high-flying, athletic guys. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops, too. Oh, this is one of my favorite drills. I think Boss Hall's going to run one of my favorite drills. I love it. That fast break drill.
And they got a turnover off of it. Boston with the ball handler. Cooper.
Ooh, see, that's what Cooper's got to be able to see that vision. Smith was right up top. He couldn't hit him.
Went screen roll, had two options there, almost looking like a quarterback. Had Akinbola, but then deeper on the baseline was Okoro, who he found.
In this drill, this is always a good drill to start your practices off with. Something that you can do.
Transition drill.
Going. Yeah.
Transition drill, baby.
Yeah, two got to come and touch the baseline.
You got to be talking as well.
Akinbola again. Akinbola is always serious.
Hey, man, listen.
Is Coach Eastman up in Charles Smith for that? Because the line is affecting him. That's the last time I'm going to say that. Just got through talking about it.
Yep.
And the other thing is this right here. You have to be coachable, baby. Okay? You gotta be coachable. All of these kids in this building have enormous talent. But guess what? Where you going, everybody has talent. The guy that's gonna get over the hump is gonna be the guy that's gonna be able to be coachable, man.
And it's been fun watching this training staff. They don't mind making you uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, it's the type of training staff that feels like if they haven't made you uncomfortable by the end of the workout, they're not doing their job.
Yep.
And we've been able to see the difference. Just ask our headsets over here at the broadcasters booth. When these trainers come over, they have a sweaty head of a trainer that's getting it done.
Get it out.
Good block by McQuarrie, though.
He ran the floor. But you know what? Eastman made that play happen. He was patient, saw that he was running the floor, and then made a beautiful dime drop to McQuarrie.
Hey, Taylor McQuarrie, let's not forget what he did at Kennesaw Mountain. Got those guys to a state playoff run. But did you see him? He started off on the defensive end, finished it on the offensive end.
Great job. That's a lost art for young players.
And then for Eastman, I always reward the big man for running the floor.
Was very deliberate about making sure he did that, sort of paced it so that he could hit McQuarrie right there in stride.
Now he can go with him. Oh, good pull-up. McQuarrie hit the glass. McQuarrie active these last couple of possessions for the Game Elite squad.
So a lot of players talked about in the state. Obviously, we know we have a wealth in talent. You talked a lot about Brendan Tucker here this past season there. For those that might not be that familiar with Brendan Tucker, or what's the best nutshell summary you could give them of what Tucker brings to the table out there on the floor for the team in Gray?
I said it earlier. The first step is the quickest in the state, maybe the Southeast. He's just a savvy, sound basketball player. We did not have Decula on SUV TV this year, but the schedule allowed me to go check out a couple games there. I think if he knocks down that jumper a little bit more consistently, the athletic ability is there. He can jump out of the gym without trying. And he's an unselfish basketball player. Underrated still, in my opinion, even though he's a top 100, depending on which recruiting service you want to look at. 19 a game, I think, this year. Handful of assists, handful of steals, handful of rebounds. So he's right around 19-4, I believe. I don't have the notes today. I want to make new notes today.
Other thing I want you guys to pay attention to is the lack of fouls being called. Very important for young players to understand, learn how to play through it. But the other thing that I love to watch, the response from kids when they are fouled. Do they frown? Do they continue to play? Because that says a lot about who you're becoming as a player.
Do you think it makes a difference if they know that they're not a ref on the floor?
I think so.
Okay.
I think at the end of the day, you got to understand, it's about what you expect. So if you got the three blind mice out there, okay, you might think you're going to get a foul, but if ain't a trained professional out there to call the game, let's play ball, man.
Let's play.
That was young Roberson there, the Cambridge Bear with that mid-range jumper.
Hallman on Hagen again. We've seen that a couple times this past season. Nice look. And the follow offensive rebound tip Sam. You get your couple trips, and then you must go sit down. Again, two must run and touch the baseline in the transition drill.
That's bad on the defensive end. Somebody should have beat him down that floor.
And once it got to the position where they had, and I think we had a couple business decisions there on that play.
Don't want to be on the poster today.
I like Okora went on top of that screen.
Watching a couple things, man, the physicality of the game on the high school level, and also who's looking for contact, who's ducking the contact. Now, you should be sprinting back right now. Somebody should be in that paint.
Allen breathe. No foul. Get up. Let's go.
Hardy on the defense.
Tucker got it bothered by Gordon. Follow. No. I would have to call it pretty even with the four and the rotation right now. Nobody's really just dominating. Ashton's group with Game Elite had multiple possessions. They may have had the most multiple possessions so far.
Quinn Ritchie, Hagen Group's Quinn Ritchie, Jalen Williams, who's that, Sams?
Lamont Sams, yep, out of Jenkins. Bowler. Sams couldn't hit that. And this is also a part of what Coach Eastman said about the muscle memory. You ran some of those drills. Now you're in a controlled situation. Charles Smith, the fourth, goes up. lost it, where you're able to enhance that and work on that as well, your muscle memory. I'll never forget the first time I heard that from my track coach, muscle memory. One of those things. What was it? Who was that we saw? 500 jumpers a day, 500 makes. And I always remember from Dennis Scott. He said, you always walk in the gym and sit in a chair. Work on that form shooting. Form shooting. That's a drill you can do laying down on your back. Form shooting, even rotation. On the break, here come Boston and Okoro. And Boston almost made the shot on the alley-oop.
I think he had to duck his head to dunk it though, right?
That's Okoro. Omar Cooper, head coach of that AOT bunch. That's Athletes of Tomorrow, in case you were wondering what AOT was about.
Putting in work today. It's been a great day, man. Watch these programs come together, get better.
The programs and the players. And I've repeated it. I know you've been running around on camera a lot, but don't be surprised when you look up when the live period starts and these programs are going deep.
Great shot by McQuarrie right there. Good use of the body, being able to finish through contact with a nice soft touch. Jalen McQuarrie is going to be one to watch next year, man, coming into his senior year.
If I'm him, I was just happy I was able to get on the floor this year. As far as being able to come back and play, having to sit out. That was a tough loss to Woodstock, though.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, Woodstock's first ever playoff victory.
You hate to be the team that somebody got their first ever on.
And
Virginia.
And if you look at that shot, fellas, Quentin Ritchie missed that shot, but usually that's a shot that he's going to turn around and make 90% of the time. That little short itty-bitty, we like to call those itty-bitties, that jumper.
Yeah, he doesn't miss too many of them.
Keep your eye on Jalen Williams, y'all.
Good steal. Here comes Hagan.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. Last year, he couldn't do that. He couldn't dunk the basketball like that. I mean, as far as on
that
the break.
easy?
Nah, he wasn't dunking the basketball like that. Like I said,
Are you sure he couldn't, or did he just take a back seat to Isaiah Miller, also known as Jumping Jack Flash?
And
I'm telling y'all, look, I watched him play enough last year to know he would lay it up every now and then. He'd get a dunk, but like you see him on the break now, he's exploding to that basket. But you on the team with Isaiah Miller.
Nice move, baseline Hallman. Robertson kept that alive. The dribbles were beginning to add up, but he kept it alive.
And Barry, we talked earlier about Georgia kids in the big dance. Got to see Isaiah Miller and UNC Greensboro bring that one down to the final stretch.
Right.
There against, can't remember that first round opponent.
Gonzaga. But honestly, I know the tournament is on. I'm best served right here.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Mikhail Bethea now.
Gotta get
the
back.
Tucker.
Gotta sprint back. That McQuarrie showing some ball handling.
Yes, he is. He's been all over the place in his possessions. Now here comes a screen calling for it. Hallman's job defensively is always to keep it. He's going to stay in front of you. Rarely are you seeing him getting beat. Now turning around and having good communication with his teammate. That's that Atlanta Celtics squad, Rico Hallman. Bethea, Robertson, Tucker, and Johnson. Yep, Johnson. And here comes AOT back this way. Oh my goodness. The Red Sea party.
Suggs up Moses. I was about to say.
Man.
No defense.
Suggs limping just a little bit. AOT already without Brandon McElroy, unable to participate. Ankle injury that's been bothering him and then re-aggravated it in the loss to Norcross. So just trying to heal up.
Thea's gonna get that.
There's that step from Tucker, just that quick, but Thea did not pull it though. Reed came out to work on him. But Thea had a 30-point game in the playoffs for Decula. Wrong possession now. Defense is there.
This is like what in football, it's like the old Oklahoma drill.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see now teams starting to kind of take pride in what's going on. And
you're also seeing some wind being sucked too. Again, too much touch on the transition, touch the baseline and then get back. Gordon in and out. Gordon has cooled of late from the field. Kind of tailed off there. Had a concussion near the end of the season. Actually occurred in the game we had right here on SUV TV in the North Cobb game. And I don't know if that zapped his microwave ability powers or what.
See, a concussion tends to do that, brother.
Hey, fellas, on that move, I didn't like that move by Rico Holman. I'll tell you why. Holman tried to force his way left. All he had to do, if he would have went right, he had his man beat.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you have somebody beat and don't go ahead and make the initial move. Another long possession. AOT defense locking down. Robertson having to come get the screen, didn't use it. There's a hesitation. Left it for Tucker, who was cutting.
Hey, but that's Robertson. That's Robertson being patient.
Like that.
And Mario, you mentioned a great point. You wanted to see how guys responded when certain contact came, no foul call. Robertson felt like it was a little bit of contact that previous possession. Kind of see that on his face. He let it go. Instead, put his head down, got to the rack, and delivered a dime that next play. No use of crying over spilled milk. He came right back and made it happen.
And I think that shows a certain maturity that all players, it's a must-have if you're going to be successful in this game.
Hey.
Muhammad got away with it again, but unnecessarily had to put it on the floor.
Yeah, but that's a good look by Quinn Ritchie, though.
Oh, beautiful dime drop. Okoro steps into a 17-footer. Reed would chase down the errant pass.
Guys taking it's been an intense workout, and guys have put the necessary energy in there, but guys are being a lot more, they're taking these defensive possessions more personal as this event goes on, fellas. Guys really digging in and trying to make sure they get the stops here.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about that. Air ball by Richie.
Suggs getting bothered. AOT now getting the court burn. Cooper.
And you know what I'm noticing, fellas? One of those things is that guy tried to go baseline, but there were some trees.
A lot of trees.
A lot of trees up under there. And like I said, in a high school game, he continues on to finish that basket. Not with so much size on the floor.
But I tell you, the other thing is, too, you look at the pace. Everybody seems to be playing at a full breakneck pace. And it's one thing that Dez mentioned about JB being able to slow the game down. Look at this with McQuarrie. I did not know he was that good with the ball. He is
Muhammad, a strong rebound.
But talking about slowing the game down and being able to be effective.
There's an example Mark is talking about, setting him up for the spin. And that's one thing, though. If it's good enough, which it is, you're going to get away with it. But, Coach, you know, an adjustment made, somebody can catch on to your tendency.
Yeah. And be sitting there waiting on that spin.
Sitting on the spin. There's a reason why I had the headset on, but I see the tendency now. You know, and in film, you're going to be able to break that down. And I've seen more of the spin here, even in the games that we cover. Oh, nice corner, short corner jumper. And I've seen strong, solid rebounding during this controlled scrimmage portion. Good heads. This set having Muhammad so far out in the corner. Ooh. Nice look.
Got to be ready for that. Got to be ready for that. No, don't fade away from the basket, big fella. Turn, set those shoulders, and explode.
Yeah, Muhammad's long enough. You know, that's one of the things, you know, you're looking at Muhammad, 2019 guy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Muhammad. I think that defensively, I think that he's got a chance to be a stalwart. His offensive game's got to catch up a little bit.
Hallman right into the jump shot. Got the roll, living right.
Now that was a living right roll if I ever seen one.
I know, right? Because it was like it was coming off. Pin down. Yeah, that was a foul, but, you know, Robertson did get beat, but did not give up on the play. Nice, no.
Coach George Jerome trying to make a point to the big man to sprint back to the lane and don't stop.
Exactly.
At the elbow.
That's when your guard gets the turnover, but right. He's anticipating that you're going where you're supposed to go.
At big, your job is to sprint to the lane.
Sprint to the front of the rim.
Take the basket. Exactly.
You got to be what I like to call a rim runner.
Yeah.
We don't see that a lot though, fellas.
Nah, because the game has turned so much into a perimeter game for the bigs.
But the example though we use of Eastman when he hit McQuarrie earlier. McQuarrie's running to the rim. Eastman just hit him before he got there.
Right, and you'll see it from an Ebenezer,
Yeah, Heritage School.
From Heritage School, and you'll see it from an Akinbola.
Yeah.
You'll see it from a guy like Jared Jones at times too, who's out today, but he's here.
And I'll tell you another guy you'll see it from, though he's looking at doing it even more consistently, Colin Granger, who will be running with AOT this season, the Lambert big fella.
And that's a big pickup.
Hey.
Yeah. His game is really going to come along now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, getting that everyday work against that competition that ALT has.
That's massive.
Hey, I'm gonna go out on the limb, fellas. I'm just watching this, and y'all give me y'all opinion. Georgia hadn't. It's been a while since Georgia's won on the AAU scene, right?
Been a while.
Nationally?
Yeah, nationally.
I believe the last time it was nationally was when Jared Harper and Wendell Carter, when they won that Stars team. I believe it was last time the EYBL circuit.
What's that been, about 2 years ago? Maybe 2 years ago. We can see one of these teams win it, y'all.
One of these four that's here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that that's far-fetched.
No, that's not.
That Adidas gauntlet is gonna be lit.
Oh, Hagens.
Worked so hard to get there, he just can't finish it up.
Me and on the move, 10-cent shot. East has got to be a little stronger right there.
Well, I thought he caught that at a bad angle, and I think Ebenezer was just there waiting on it.
Was that too unselfish right there from Hagen?
But he's a pass first point guard.
I understand. Leaving the feet to make the pass though. I've loved the defensive intensity from everyone today though, especially in these drills. Oh, right up over the long arm for the loss. Game elite in possession. They're in the white. Atlanta Celtics defensively in the gray.
Oh, he tried to bully ball Ian Hardy right there. I think, you know what? I think we talk about Ian Hardy transferring over from Berkmar. Going over to Discovery where he shared time with Kalu a little bit. I think that it'll be interesting to kind of watch his development too as the summer goes, spring and summer hits.
Yeah, he'll have more on his plate with Kalu moving on, but
Brendan Tucker with the blow-by. Did you see the front step now?
quick first step. I'm still trying to size up that superlative you gave him as far as the quickest first step in the state. I've seen enough to know he's in that talk. But I'm trying to think.
That's just my opinion.
Oh no, and it's one to be respected. I'm trying to think of who are some of the other quick first steps in the state. There's plenty of good guards, but I'm trying to think of any others that we can have in that intriguing conversation as well.
Hagens?
Yeah.
I'll even go. That might be reaching a little bit. I was gonna say Woodbright at Thomasville. Nice. Little kiss off the window.
Tell you another first step that's a little underrated. Ty Fagan has an underrated first step.
Yeah.
I was able to see that up close and personal when we went down there, man. He gets a step on guys pretty often. Not at a Brendan Tucker clip, definitely, but good first step.
Good play by Allen Breed. Followed by Boston. Wonder who has bragging rights when they riding around this summer.
Brandon Boston. Oh!
On cue. There we go, another teaching moment to make sure you're understanding what you're doing on the drill.
This is yet another drill that you run in practice. You got 3 teams on it.
5 on 5 on 5. And what I liked about this defensive unit, while they're down there, they're already matching up who they're going to pick up defensively in transition. I just saw the expression on Hagen's face after he made a fine pass and it wasn't finished.
Well, Quinn Ritchie a little off here today, and more off than he normally is. I think he just kind of at that point right now, just maybe thinking a little too much. He just got to play.
Because usually he hits that shot, though, Mark.
He's a knockdown shooter. I think he'll reset a little bit.
Good help defense from Gordon. There's the jumper knocked down by Gordon.
That's the microwave we're used to seeing.
Now they're calling out this set. Oh, I see our first torn jersey. Coop's jersey, Sharif Cooper. Torn jersey, you see it? Good inside out. Gordon again from that same spot, couldn't recover. Allen Breed looks like he's gotten a little stronger since the season has began. I know he had a dunk against Duluth that was, I had to mess with him a couple of weeks later. I didn't realize he had springs like that. It was overshadowed by Okoro's dunk. Now Okoro went and drove and took the contact. That's an and one. And Coach, what about that?
Just a meat and potatoes and one.
He had a 16-footer.
And I was about to say that. Now, here's the teachable moment we've been talking about. Coach Eastman just talked about if you're open at the 25-foot mark, you're open at the 16-foot mark, you're open at the 3-foot mark. Okoro just showed that.
Is this AOT unit trying to get a little semblance of a rhythm going here?
This about their 4th or 5th trip.
Yeah, it looked like AOT has caught a rhythm in there. Uh-oh, as soon as I said that, they come off the floor.
Breed active defensively. Sam. Nice look on a save underneath. Oh, almost shot the passing one.
Good pass. Not a finish.
Yeah, Sam's got to finish that.
It was there all day for him.
Or just take a one step and just power it up and just dunk the basketball.
Oh, Eastman. I'm not mad at that shot, though.
Not a bad pull-up.
Because we know once Eastman gets cooking, it's trouble.
He showed that in the game against McKeachie.
A quick 9.
I feel like that was the game that really set the tone for the Atlanta area season, man. That McKeachie Wheeler game, right
They
out
didn't
the
lead
gate.
the ball long? Nice whip pass.
Great ball movement right here from the AOT squad. Tough finish for Boston.
You think Breed should have pulled that maybe though? Extra pass?
Wouldn't have been a bad look.
He was in that corner.
Maybe a little too unselfish, but again, looking for his teammate. And I think you also feel different if Brandon Boston takes that 3 there. You know, Breed pass up an open 3 for a contested floater.
The big man missed the big man. Muhammad missed the big under the basket.
Could
Would have had a great high-low.
High-low action.
They just tried to run that horn set. On that horn set, there was no really pick and pop. It was just pick and stay.
Nice power move,
Great
jump
finish.
stop, and a jump hook.
I like Rhodes because even though he has that French ability to do some different things for his size, he can still give you some of that throwback big man as well. Back to the basket, jump hook with either hand.
Throwback big man. It makes alley no oop.
Query's still able to come down with it.
Exactly. It always made me wonder when Shaq said last great center. He was right for now. Coop has to watch that. He got called for that a couple times in the Norcross game.
Yeah.
Like that, Charles Smith. One extra dribble to get to the spot and pull up.
And that's what coming in from Lalamere, that's one thing you knew Charles Smith could do, shoot the basketball. It's something he's got to continuously work on.
Did I hear Coach Eastman just say foul? Okay.
Take one from the young fellas. What are those? What are fouls? Not here today, man. They've been playing through them.
Boston, a good strong move there. And the competitive edge just comes out of it.
Boston just able to get just a little higher.
So guys, I'm gonna ask, we've been watching these guys go at it for a little while.
Nice screen roll.
That's a good move. Marcus, what guy have you seen in these up and downs that you're impressed with?
Man, I'd like to see multiple. I say a guy that's, I say Isaac Okoro as usual sticks out just with, you know, his ability to use his size, just his versatility, man. And I'd like Rico Hallman on the defensive end. I guess Okoro
That's
said.
somebody's child doing that. Somebody's child doing that. Jumping like that. Now,
Look
boy, too
very
young to jump
familiar.
like that.
Looks very familiar.
Did that play look familiar?
Yeah.
It looked familiar, and I think Okoro, man, we got to find that stash of vibranium that Okoro is holding on to as well, man.
Joe, who you seeing?
Right now it's too many, man.
Oh, we got a good little bump going. I like.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Roberson and Cooper.
Yeah, things getting a little chippy.
Yeah,
things
it's
getting a little chippy.
I like
Guys
it.
working, yeah.
I like it.
Guys working, getting better, man.
Joe, who you seeing?
It's so much talent out there.
It is, man. I can't break it down right now. I can't. I'm enjoying the talent. I'm enjoying the work. I've liked some matchups. And when Higgins was guarding Okoro, when Hallman was guarding Okoro.
Can't do that stuff.
It's like it's such a tough question, man, because it's like you mentioned 2 to 3 names, and then you got another 2, 3 names or
That you
plays
gotta
being
say.
made that you gotta say.
And Sam has been solid.
Right. Mario, who you like?
Man, I like Jalen McQuarrie, man.
Hey, you
I
know
really
what?
like.
Forgot
I
about
really like
him.
what he's doing. He's been active, running the floor, finishing, blocked a couple shots. I just like his energy. Like a lot of times, kids kind of get cool, and he hasn't been playing cool basketball.
I have not seen anybody play cool today.
Well, you can't play cool out here.
You'll go home.
Coolness. Yeah, you'll be on the poster out
Hey,
here doing cool.
You'll either be on the poster or Boss Hog already told you got to leave the gym.
Oh yeah.
I'm liking Jalen. You know what? I'm liking Jalen McQuarrie. I'm liking Higgins as my setup man. I'm liking Okoro. We hadn't seen him in a while, but I like Akinbola as well.
Oh,
Yeah, he hadn't been running lately.
Akinbola doing what he does. And I'll tell you this, Malachi Rose, he might not have the most points out there, but I like how every time he's touched the ball, he's touched it with a purpose and has been very deliberate inside there as a big man.
McQuarrie tried to set up with on Suggs.
Hey, I'm
Cooper should have had that steal.
I don't know if we got this award coming for the SUV Hoop Circle award show, but tell y'all who might be the best defender in the gym.
The best defender?
Rico Holman, a.k.a. Sticky Finger.
Oh, yeah.
Rico defense has been
I'm with that award.
Sticky fingers?
Sticky Finger.
Now, sticky fingers is for thieves.
Hey,
That's what you gotta be out
hey,
here.
he locking folks down though. You're
Sound
not
like
getting
a football hit right there.
Didn't it? It did.
Hey,
Mikel Bethea said one hit. he said one hit as he steps into a mid-range.
And knocked the jumper down.
You know, the Cula guards, they always come with a mid-range built in. That's kind of like the factory. The factory staple of those guards. When you look at Tucker, you look at Bethea, Arusha Hunter, even the Kevon Tucker when he was there.
yep.
It seems like the deeper we go, the intensity continues to pick up.
Yeah, you would think at this point that they would be kind of winding and grinding down, but
We saw this. I think we've seen the second wind picked up already.
Hey, you know what? It's more pride, y'all.
That's
yeah.
what. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice. And one. You put all the drill work together. They're gonna sleep good tonight.
yeah, that's a must.
I don't know. AOT's little stretch run there though kind of showed you why they AOT.
And we talked about Rico Hallman as a defender. That young fella with the ball isn't too shabby of a defender in his own right.
Oh no, sir.
I mean, I was trying to think of who, defensively. Two guys can play good defense. It doesn't have to be one better or the other, but I was trying to figure out who I would give the nod to, and I feel like both are just good, solid defenders.
I'm gonna give Bethea a good defense right there, even with Higgins kind of pushing him off. Intensity. Bethea and Higgins.
I want to eat.
I like that.
They don't have no part of it.
Hey,
I like that.
hey, guys defending and getting better, man. Love it.
I tell y'all what, roller get rolled over.
Plain and simple. At the end of the day, that is how you make each other better. Last time I checked, fellas.
That's it.
Cupcakes don't make each other. It doesn't make the other guy better.
You might be right, Joe. When he, it's almost like he in what is that?
The Matrix.
No, the pass the baton position, like
Track relay.
The track relay stance.
That's why I ran out of names so quickly when Marcus asked me that. It was a spot question, but I almost ran out of names. Because I did. Especially for his size. You can have a little quicker guard that's low, Masai Thompson.
Yeah.
But 6'3" and growing.
That'd have been a big shot, but no good.
Coach Preston, who was here with us earlier today during the workout portion, he's getting ants in his pants now, y'all. He wants to know how's the 5-on-5 going.
Going down.
That basketball Jones done got to him now.
Can you blame him? For what we're seeing, can you blame him?
That'll do it.
Been a great day, fellas.
Yeah.
Another great day. Two back-to-back.
Somebody got better today.
I think a lot of folks got
A lot
better
of folks
today.
got better today. A lot of folks got better today. Great, great Grassroots United here at Core 4 in the Metro Atlanta area. AOT, the Atlanta Celtics.
ALT, Atlanta Celtics, Game Elite,
Game Elite.
2019. Fellas, I mean, it's been a pleasure to sit here courtside and be able to take in this kind of event with you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's been great.
Maybe this is the start of many to come.
So, gentlemen, any closing thoughts, man, as we get ready to wrap it up?
I say this for the Atlanta area. I hope this is the first of many to come. Power in numbers, and it's all about growing this game. Been a great day.
Just the chance to watch a couple of guys, a lot of guys get better. All these guys under one roof, I think, has been really good for basketball, not just in the state of Georgia, but around in the Southeast period.
We've seen all of them throughout the high school season, or know of them all. Now you separate going to the travel ball, and all of them will be returning in high school. But the competitive nature, the pride, some of the things that we love the high school game, but some of the things that you can't always see there, you're able to see it a little bit more here. That's why I say somebody got better today. Hopefully everybody got better today. But the one thing I want you to take away from this, if you're paying attention and you're watching, don't be surprised again when these teams are making deep runs on their respective travel ball circuits.
Yeah, no
Don't be
doubt about
surprised.
it. No doubt about it.
I'm with it.
Hey, well, you guys already said it best, Joe. I'm going to let you go ahead and send it off.
Well, that's how we do it here. Glad that you're with us from the Grassroots United first ever event here at Core 4 Sports on SUV TV. For Lewis Preston, who's out with us, and everybody that just stopped by, he's Barry Browner, Mario Mays, Marcus Burnett. I'm Joe Hilsman. We'll see you down the road right here.
We got
Look at the cameo from D.A. Lane.
We got another.
This is another
special
basketball
guy that's
player
in the
right there.
basketball legend. D.A. Lane right here. D.A. Lane.
Going a long way. Great guys doing a great job.
University of Georgia SEC legend.
There you go.
Say something about the event, my man.
Yeah, what'd you see? I saw you showed up right after lunch, so you got to see the real competitive portion of it. What'd you think?
I tell you what, it was a great event, put together well by some great guys who are doing great work in the community with these young kids, and the kids came out here and competed at a high level, worked their butt off, and really played well and played aggressive. I think the state of Georgia on the basketball side, on the media side, and what you guys are got going on, I think we're going in the right direction, and I think the whole nation got to take notice of what's going on out here in Georgia.
That's good stuff, man. Like I said, these guys, having a chance to see you at Georgia, man, and you went through this too, man. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, this is what Dickie V say, awesome with a capital A, right? That's it, man. I'm proud of what you guys got going on. Keep doing what you're doing. Great work. Coach Mays is my guy. We go way back. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. This is a great thing.
Trying to, man, but good to have people like you that still come around the game. You in the high school gym, out of the gym, so that's big for all these guys out here.
No
man.
question about it. No question about it.
All right, so more on this hoop circle later on this week, because Barry gonna make us put this award show together whenever Mario get his ballot in. So we'll see.
I gotta put mine in too. My bad.
Hey man, don't call me out, man. I got one word. This the parting shot, man. in the state of Georgia. In the words of my boy Pastor Troy, this going out to all of the rest of the states down here in Georgia. We ready, man. We ready.
That's it.
We'll see you guys next time right here at thesuvtv.com.